Hey everyone, um, welcome. Sorry for the 2 minute delay there. So everything is backwards today. So now when I'm looking here, the media PC is to the left, and that PC is the one that I actually reimaged, the refurbished machine that I reimaged the other day. So it has both the Elgato face cam and it actually has it actually has something that's not cooperating here. There we go. And this is the Canon camera. And we're going to work on this PC on the floor. And this is going to go right in the back. So, not quite sure how we're going to work that out. Chris, I can't even read that. That's a smaller monitor. So, refurbisher, refurbished. It's a refurbished PC that I just reimaged. All right, let me get back to this camera. So we're going to swap out the horrible Initech PCIe to USB 3.2 that if I have more than two things plugged into it, one of the cameras go out. So we're going to swap that out tonight with StarTech 4-port US. Can't read it now. Hold on. 4-port USB 3.1, and they're two dedicated channels. So I like StarTech stuff. I've had a lot of luck with StarTech stuff in the past. Okay. Hey guys, I see people typing. Oh, Brian's on, and we started off with 9. It's been a long day, guys. That's why the. Let me actually switch the camera so you can see me. It's like my first day at this. So since I'm editing the streaming PC, I had to move everything over to the like I said, the refurbished PC. So everything is disorganized. Sorry about the dog. She's still recovering from her wound, so she has the cone of shame on still. And she runs into everything. So if the camera goes, starts banging around, that's why. That's the TV that I'm usually have on in the background. But since we have 9 viewers, I'm going to start. Catherine, you were on. Are you still there? Okay. Well, if not, she will be back. All right. Sorry if you hear that in the background. That is Cap Productions notification that his phone is not talking to his insulin pump. If he was here, that would mean he should be laying on the floor or he's high. One of the things you don't want to hear your children say to you, "Dad, I'm high." All right, that wasn't funny. I know everybody's seen that on TV. Okay, so I'm going to shut this down. And we're going to pull it. I'm going to disconnect it, and we're going to pull it up on the table and swap out the USB card. Oh yeah, I'm all messed up here. You know what? Let me put me up here. There we go. That way you just can see what I'm actually. Ooh, double rent. Bubbles. If Madison was here, she would want to pop them. This card was also really nice since the ports were sideways and you can put more in. But it was very hard to get this to sit in the case just right. So the first device you had to plug into this port. You had to actually sort of use your finger to slide just to push down just like a 1/16 of an inch. There's Catherine. Oh, actually, you've been typing for a while. Please all like the video. Yes, please. If you're new here, I'm trying to do a stream or content every day. Last night I hit 250 subscribers. Today it's at 255. That first 1,000 is very hard. So if you stop by to visit, give me a couple months. Try it out. I promise the content will get better, but click on the subscribe, like the videos, and I'll try my best. Once I get to the point where it's a little easier, I'll do better content, some giveaways, and some of that stuff. But again, I'm learning. I was going to say, hey, anybody wants this piece of junk, they can have it. But I'm actually going to probably break it down and try and diagnose it later. So this is the this card actually has a little bit more on it than the other one. So it has its own. I didn't actually look at the specs of it, so we'll see if it's any better. We're not going to be able to test it tonight, but I hope to use this during tomorrow's stream. I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow's stream on, but I want to do one. And I want to do one Sunday, and I want to do one Monday, because we have a 3-day weekend. Madison will, tomorrow, Christian will be here, and he will be helping. Trying to do the cameras is a pain. I also have another one of the Canon cameras that's here, and it's for the church that Chris and I have been helping stream services. So I want to actually set that up. I don't have a tripod for it, so I may actually, but maybe tomorrow we'll practice with more equipment. Set up my phone and maybe Chris's phone as satellite cameras for Streamlabs. And because what we want to do is when we're at church, we want to have 2 cameras aimed down at the audience. Because right now they do Zoom, so they flip the laptop around when people want to see the other people that are in the actual service. So the Canon aims up at the front, and I'm thinking to use 2 cameras so we don't have to zoom all the way out, and we can zoom in on whomever's playing music and then whomever's speaking, and then we'll have the 2 cell phones that can be set up as Wi-Fi extended cameras. So I'd like to try it prior to doing it during the service, and we'll do something. I'm thinking the face cam. One of the ladies that sits with us at the control table gets up and then goes around and gets in front of the camera to talk. When now we'll be able to use the Stream Deck. So we're gonna have 4 or 5 cameras that I want to try to get going on Saturday or Sunday. So you guys are gonna be my guinea pigs. Hope you don't mind. Okay. Let me just, Catherine, both you and Chris are keeping an eye out for trolls. If one pops up, Chris wanted to try to remove them. So you 2 work together, and well, that's gotta like make you dizzy. It's like, all right. Give me a second. Sorry you have to see me all contorted. I actually got all the specs for this today, because it's been about a 1.5 years since I actually built it. All right. I do not like these Ethernet patch cables that have the protection nub thing over the. It's real hard, and you can't get underneath to push it. So I may be changing what I actually use with that. or just cut it off. Catherine, you probably know everything that's in this. Now, behind me, you see the ring behind my head? I have a ring light, and when I purchased it over a year ago, I purchased 2 really long batteries, and I think it would stay on for like 5 hours. And now I've charged them twice, and maybe I get 10 minutes out of them. So when I have the PC open, it's very dark inside. I'm going to try. Oh, what a mess. It's like my first day working on a computer. Hold on a second. I'm going to actually turn on. Okay, does that help? A little bit. I can actually turn it this way. Okay, so because I'm not good at remembering any of this stuff, man, that light is bad on you guys. I'm so sorry. This is where we, hold on a second. Yep, it's a 200R. I do like it, and I'm sad that, does that help a little? No, of course not. Hold on a second. I'm going to move it behind me. All right, that's a little better. So we'll go this way. Yeah. Yeah, all right, I know. Thank you. I'm being yelled at from upstairs that the light is bright. Yeah, that's not working for... Yeah. All right, we got a flashlight. Yeah, can't see anything in there. Hold on a second. Let me get the little black flashlight. Grab the tools when I'm over here so I don't have to make multiple trips. All right. Sorry. We will work on lighting for Saturday. It's like I'm doing this during a power outage. There we go. Okay, so this is, I can't see. It's a Gigabyte H370 HD3 motherboard with an Intel Core i7 9700K. That is an 8-core CPU up to 4.9 gigahertz. When I built this, I had intentions of it being a media rig, and I installed 64 gig of RAM. It is Corsair Vengeance. It is a 4x16 gig kit. I don't remember the speed of it. I couldn't find that written down anywhere. And of course, 2666, I can't see that. I can pull that out and find out exactly what it is. The cooler is a Scythe Mugen 5 Rev B. I'm not sure if I'm saying that properly, am I? Catherine? Hey, does my voice match my face? That was the only concern with the older refurbished PC. So look at me, talk for a second, and text back that looks good, please. When I did put in the NVMe drive, I went with, let me just confirm it. I do have a Samsung 2 terabyte drive, Evo Pro 2 terabyte, that at some point I have to upgrade. But this has a Silicon Power 1 terabyte NVMe drive. And as we spoke, this is a Corsair Carbide 200R, which is very hard to locate now, but the cable management in this worked. It's a modular power supply, EVGA 550 bronze, and that worked. And there's no optical drives. There are 2 case fans, and there's 1 fan on the cooler, and that's been sufficient for me. This is the VisionTek. It's not a really fast video card, or it doesn't have a lot of memory, I should say. It's got 2 gig, but it's a 6-port video card, and mini display ports out, and then I have adapters for that. The AC 1200 wireless Wi-Fi card, that is TP-Link, was purchased just for the church when we stream there, because we do not have Wi-Fi. We only have Wi-Fi. So when I'm not using it, I can disable it and move the antenna out of the way and actually plug in the 6 ports, and then the USB cards underneath that, so that doesn't conflict with anything. And of course I'm blocking it. Sorry. So 6-port Wi-Fi card and piece of junk USB card. So we're going to pop that out real quick. Of course, I put them in a little too tight. Well, a little bit more than hand tight, I should say. Would have been really cool if it popped and smoked. I'm sure that gets me extra views, likes, more subscribes. Everything about this case I like. Maybe. It's not coming out. Again, this is what's in there. It lined up. Everything did plug in, but like I said, you had to move it. It did have 2 USB-C connections. I believe the new one does also. So I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. Maybe a short video that I'll actually do offline. And we'll do an autopsy on it. It still works, but as soon as you're using it for a little while, it's like somebody unplugged the device, and then you get the online and offline. Yeah, no, this is just a 4-port, which is fine. This is all I need. It just allows me to not have to use the hub, and this may be a piece of junk also, but we'll see what happens. Everything that I've ever used, like I said, that StarTech, I've had no issues with. It could be a piece of junk, but I picked it up really quick so that I had something to do. It came overnight from Amazon. Chris, I think everybody's getting tired of hearing your device in the background. I don't know how to turn it off. It is good though. When Chris was younger, it notifies us when Chris has. Okay, so when his sugars are low, it wakes us up before it actually wakes him up. Typical teenager. Okay, so the card is installed and it's fastened down. Somebody asked me about this. Just a Ziploc bag with all the rubber fan mounts that I didn't want to lose, that all go in the case, and they pop out easy, so I just tucked it in the power supply, under the power supply cables. I'm a neat freak, so cable management cases are much nicer than the older cases. Everything in here is down in this. I'm going to try to find a better way to do lighting and give everybody, maybe I'll take some pictures of this on the inside. And then again, now the card is nice, and I should have no problems. Let's actually see what this USB, this huge USB 3 extension cable. they look nice. So I don't like this cable. It's so heavy. You move it, it's pulling on the port. So we'll see how that goes. But most of the cables for all the devices are oh, while I'm here, I'm going to check it. This this one antenna was bent over, so I might get in the habit of taking the antenna off when we transport this to church, because I believe this was like a $60 Wi-Fi card, maybe 49, 47, something like that. But Chris, just a note to self, since you're usually carrying this stuff for me, we got to remind me to pull the cards out, or at least that card out. So it was bent, but I was able to straighten it out. It's got a nice big heat sink on it. And like I said, this is a TP-Link Archer T4E AC 1200 wireless dual band PCI Express adapter. All right, so when we're not using it, we're going to put those antenna in a bag, and we'll disable the card. And I'll pop that back in. We'll put the cover on it. Turn around the back. Show you guys what cable management looks like. All right, we have 8 viewers. I was hoping to see. I have the 600. Oh, Catherine is. Power supply. Yeah, I like this one. This one works well for me. This power supply. I even have a little weird quirk when I build that machine that I'm building, where I'm building 3 of them for that one client. I will use each machine will have different color wire ties. One will have blue, one will have green, and one will have red or yellow. I don't know why. It's just one of those weird things. Nobody said I was normal, right, Chris? Okay. Yeah, Catherine. That was one of those other things. We were told when we were getting ready to go to church for the first time. They were like, "Oh, we have Ethernet. You don't need Wi-Fi." And I was like, "Great." And the day before, they were like, "Yeah, you need the password." And I said, "What do I need a password for if I'm not plugging it into if I'm plugging it into Ethernet?" And then they were dumbfounded. Okay, so here is let's sort of loosen this. Maybe. I'm doing it with my. There we go. So again, nice cable management. The only cable that didn't actually fit was the 8-pin CPU power, but everything else is nice, and it's not going anywhere. Pain in the butt if I have to swap anything out. But for anybody who actually wanted to see that, there you go. All right, let me pop the cover back on. Anybody have any questions? I see some chatting back and forth. We're at 9. All right, last night when I dropped off, we were at, I don't know, I think we made 12 at one point last night. So somewhere, somebody's probably in bed already. All right, the camera set up this way is driving me crazy. Anybody have ideas what to do maybe for President's Day? No? All right, if you think about something, you could always put it in a comment. I will be glad to try to accommodate. I was actually going to maybe grab some clips with the camera of me tearing apart some of the laptops. There's not much to pull off of that, but again, if some of the stuff is separate, you get more for it. All right, just give me a second. to pop this on the floor. Because I can't move the streaming equipment while I'm recording to the other, I'm not going to be able to test this card until we go offline. But we're now at about 23. By the time I put it back together and we talk for 10, 15 more minutes, it'll be another 40-minute video. But I do want to try to put something out on a daily basis. And I apologize if it just, I feel like I'm talking to myself. But I do that all the time, and I answer sometimes. So I'm feeling right at home with this one. So give me 1 second to plug this back in. And I'm glad that some of my coworkers that have been watching are hiding in the background, because if they could talk back, they would be busting my stones. Mouse, Ethernet, all right, I'm not even gonna push it back. I'm too old to be pushing stuff back that weighs as much as this does. So here we go. Let's see what happens. It's important to plug in the video HDMI plug. It's testing you. Nobody pointed that out. Y'all fail. Nobody caught that. Good thing there's no test. Yes, yes. We have exit and end up rebuilding the PCB because it is bad. So bad. Yes. Okay, okay. 8. Somebody left. All right. All right, I broke it because now it's not coming on. All right, live and uncut. Wasn't expecting that. Hopefully. All right. So by the time I had plugged in that, it had already had initialized the other card. So all right, you know what? Not that you can see it. And it's big, it's long. That doesn't sound right. Sorry, this is supposed to be, it's not intended for kids, but we're gonna keep it PG. You know, if I could type, I'd be really good. Okay, so it comes up. I don't have the screen capture card up. I'm trying to think what I can. I can't really plug anything in. I didn't plan that out well. Yeah, sorry. And I could screen capture the TiVo, but again, would be some kind of copyright because of the TV. So let me just go in and look at devices. Oops. And I don't remember where the other one popped up at. Okay, so there's nothing. I know it's under here somewhere. Got to plug something in. What can I plug in? All right. You guys are going to have to trust that I actually, I will move both cameras. And that was the other problem we were having. Even this simple 4-core refurbished machine can handle both the Canon camera and the face cam, the Elgato face cam. When I plugged them in to this, we had the same problem. I believe it was the first live video that Chris and I did. Madison originally helped me, and we spent like 5 or 6 hours getting ready. And then every time we started and we got used to using Streamlabs, the face cam would lock up or become really slow, and the lips didn't match the voice. So that's why we went to this, because that was us using the TP-Link hub. This fixed that problem. We didn't have slowness or any problems with that. The devices just disconnected. So again, not quite sure. So we'll see if this one works. And again, this was the Initech. And if anybody's thinking about buying it, wait until I actually break it down and see if I can figure out what happened with it. Other than that, it seems like it's a piece of junk. Okay, all right, enough with that. The machine's up. It's stable. I think I covered everything in it. Again, it's a pretty... The only thing I use it for is Streamlabs, configuring the equipment, streaming here at home, church. I've been making some videos, or not videos, but taking pictures and processing some of the stuff for Streamlabs. Started playing with some videos yesterday, and then I watched some videos on it. But this is strictly... Oh, and then I actually disable the 6-port card, and I use the 2 ports on the motherboard, and I actually play Flight Simulator. Prior to being diagnosed with heart failure in the past, I used to fly. I was really close to getting my pilot's license, and I can't anymore. I can still fly. I can actually fly with an instructor. I can go flying with my friends. If something happened to one of the other pilots, as long as I'm in the front seat, I could still land. But apparently, having a defibrillator, they don't want me flying an airplane. But I can be going down the road at 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour down 95 and take out 15 cars. That's okay. But Flight Simulator is a little bit of a vent. It allows me to do that. I have a bunch of Logitech. I have the rudder pedals. I have the yoke. I have instrument cluster, and they're all LCD screens, so you can configure it. I learned to fly in a 172, so I set all the controls up like a 172, and it's fun. So that's what this machine's set up for, but I don't think I'll be playing Flight Simulator on it anymore. I think this is going to strictly become set up for Scotty's Live and Uncut. Yeah, actually, the Live and Uncut, or the comes from a YouTuber that I like to watch, and he does HVAC and plumbing, and he does raw and uncut. Mikey Pipes. He's from the 5 Boroughs in New York, and during COVID, I actually took some online. Chris Cap Productions went to school and is certified in HVAC. And during COVID, I took the classes because I wanted to get my certification to buy the chemicals. And I have some gauges and stuff that I bought for Chris in the hopes that he'd use them. But I watch all these guys. I watch a whole bunch of other people. I have over 200 and some channels that now I don't have time to watch because I'm trying to do my own content. All right, I don't think I'm getting more than 8 8 viewers. However, if I keep getting a couple subscribers each day, that will push me in the direction that I need to go. And again, this was late. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to have maybe around 4 or 5. I want to do it early. We'll see if that goes. And I will try to put it out early in the morning. I do some of my best thinking when I'm trying to fall asleep. Or I'll wake up in the middle of the night and say, oh, I should do a video on that. So I'm going to try to think of anything that I might actually have that's sitting downstairs. Maybe I'll, at one of the videos too, if I can get the external camera working, I'll take you for a tour of the office, which is the Red Room. It's a mess. But that's where I did that little short. It has the 6 monitors. They are 6 HP 27-inch monitor. I don't remember the exact models. I'm bad with that. I hook it all up and configure it and make it work. I can't remember what I did yesterday. So lots of stuff. I'm going to start writing it down. There is a tablet on there over there that I'm trying to write down. Today I wasn't quite sure what to do, and I had forgotten that I had ordered that PCI, the USB to PCI card, so PCIe card, and I figured I would put that on. See, I'm looking over there to read the chats, and I'm used to it being over here, so I'm just, yeah, go ahead. There's the side of my house. Hair, it's gray. I wanted to get a haircut today, and that didn't happen. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, Monday. I don't know. At some point, you won't recognize me. Chris did make oh, I'll show you this way. I don't have it, but Chris made a logo for the YouTube channel. Let me see if I can find it. Sorry. Dun, dun, dun. Oops. Usually when he comes home from the firehouse, it's like, I think last night it was, oh yeah. I have a bad habit of doing stuff for clients last night it was 10 o'clock. One of my clients that I've been maintaining for a year has a PC that I never worked with. So here's the logo that Chris set up. So thank you, Chris. I'm sure we'll get fancier as we go along. And I'm sure we'll change it as we change the name. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of YouTubers that use their name. But I'm not quite sure how I feel about what I want to use, how big I get. It's YouTube. People can find you no matter whether you're hidden or not. But I don't want to invite it. I want to put a sign on the back window to follow me on YouTube. So when I'm having a bad day and I cut somebody off, instead of getting shot, they just follow me home, and we don't want any of that. That's bad. But again, we try not to drive that way. Looks like Catherine was talking the most. Kim stopped talking upstairs. Chris, are you still on? Aunt, you still on? I'm going to be wrapping up here in a few minutes. So you won't have to watch for much longer. But again, like Catherine said, please like the videos. We'll try to watch them all the way through, get more credit for it. There's, to start monetizing on YouTube, you need to meet 400 or 4,000 view hours, and I think I have 200 and something. And not everybody's as lucky to make like Christian to make a video, and it's a little football video, and it just sort of went wild. And he already met the view requirement. He's just stuck at subscribers like I am. So I want to do both. I want to get subscribers. I want to try to keep it going. 5 or 10 a day would be great. And with the content being pushed out, hopefully I can reach those goals sooner than later. So with that in mind, leave comments if there's anything else you want to see. I'm going to start after I either post a video or after I do a live to stick around, and I can still answer comments. But I haven't really gotten any comments, and I'm happy about that, because you're either going to get good ones, which are nice to hear, or bad ones, and some you may have to delete. And I don't like bad ones. As I get used to this, they won't bother me as much. But again, like I said, I'm still nervous. not as much now. I talk like I normally do. I go to get a gallon of milk at the store, and I come back 2 hours later with a warm gallon of milk. And the store is literally like 6 blocks down the road. So with that in mind, everyone, tonight was more just of a rant than anything. But tomorrow I want to try to do where I'm actually setting up the cell phone as an actual camera. I'll use the this tripod. It's got a camera connection. We'll put that in there. I'll take a tour. I'll give you a tour of it's the office, but we call it the red room. It's fire truck red paint. I'm not sure who picked that paint scheme. I'll show you my network equipment. That's a big project that may turn into a multi-part where I actually want to finally move everything. I actually have a network cabinet rack that's been in the basement for 4, 5, 6, 7 years. And it's filled with boxes. It doesn't even have equipment in it. So I want to actually put a patch panel in there, run Ethernet all around my office. I have a really big Triplite 240 2,400 watt inverter that I have. It's a 48 inverter, so that's a project that I want to do, hooking that back up. During a power failure, I can run everything in my office for about 8 hours without plugging in a generator. So, bunch of stuff coming up that all fall under technology that I'd like to do. If I find out that people don't like me veering off and doing a lot of the like the inverter stuff, even though it's for the server room, then I'll put that on a side channel. So with that in mind, it's Friday night. It's a little later tonight than it was last night. I hope everyone has a great evening. I thank you for coming and spending the last 42 minutes with us. And let's do it again tomorrow. Everyone have a good night. Click on the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And click on the bell to be notified so I don't have to let everybody know in Facebook. And if you want to join, by all means join. If you want to hang around and watch some of the other videos, please do. Everyone have a good night. Be safe.